It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, Showtime, Geno Jones, Showtime. What's happening, everybody? I'm here. I'm live. I'm coming to you live Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 4:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate you, as I just need to clip something to the back of my pants. Once again, tell everybody to please subscribe to the channel. By the way, make sure you leave your comments in the comment section. That is so important. Leave your comments in the comment section. Please click on the thumbs up button, like this and every episode. So subscribe, share, like, screen grab, binge watch all my back episodes. The Geno Jones Show brought to you by KojoLLC.com. Shout out to Courtney Johnson. If you're looking to buy or sell a home anywhere here in the Carolinas, just go to KojoLLC.com, KojoLLC.com, or you can call Courtney Johnson, tell her you were watching the Geno Jones Show and you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Carolinas. If you maybe you live in the Carolinas, maybe you're thinking about getting a vacation home or second home or whatever. Maybe they call snowbirds, tired of the snow and the cold weather, up north as they call it. You want to come to the Carolinas, so Courtney can help you with that. 843 area code 543-4022, 843 area code 543-4022. Let's jump it off. And by the way, shout out to everybody. The show is interactive, so everybody watching me live right now, you can start or join the conversation in my chat room. Jump it off right now. Just go to, you see it right there where it says live chat. Shout yourself out. Let me shout you out. Let me know who's watching and where you are watching. At home, you got me on your big TV, or maybe you're watching me on a tablet, or you could be in the airport at your gate. Maybe you're doing laundry in a laundromat, in the kitchen cooking. Maybe you're working that second shift till 11 o'clock. Or maybe you just, well, let's see. Yeah, the third shift started, right? No, third shift starts at about 11 p.m. But anyway, maybe you got your earbuds in, watching the show live, or maybe watching it the next day or whenever. So you could do that. But if you're watching me live, please join or start a conversation, or just like I said, jump in my chat room. Let me know who's watching. Let me just type in there, hey, Geno, this is so-and-so. I'm watching you. I'm in Chicago. I'm here in Charleston. I'm up in Charlotte. I'm in New York or LA or in Atlanta or Memphis or Houston or Los Angeles, Las Vegas or Portland or Seattle, Houston or Dallas, wherever. Birmingham, and is all good. New Orleans, wherever you might be watching. Nashville, Tennessee, Philly, stand up. DC. All right, let's jump into it. Okay, now I've been hearing a lot of nonsense. So, one of the main mantras of the show is tell the truth, shame the devil. We got a couple. Another one is we're all we got. But we are all we need. Yes, we are all we got, but we are all we need. And we got everything we need when we come together. But like I said, today we're going to stand on tell the truth and shame the devil. So let me make this real simple for you. If you're wondering, okay, the government is closed now. I hear that the SNAP money for the SNAP benefits and my EBT card is going to run out, they say, in a couple weeks. So they're talking about now November. The 42 million people that get SNAP benefits, the 20 million children who depend on SNAP benefits to eat, the 10 million adults 50 and over, half of the retired veterans, nearly half of the retired veterans in America receive SNAP benefits, food assistance, the EBT card. that the federal government puts money on every month. So there's a lot of talk about, well, the Democrats, they need to come to the table and open the government. So let me make something really clear for you, okay? In case you got that coworker or you got that family member, you got that uncle, that racist uncle, or that contrarian as an uncle. Well, they both alike, two birds, they got two all kind of crazy stuff. When they say two birds of the same, different feathers, the same bird, I've heard all kind of crazy nonsense. Well, Democrats and the Republicans, they both the same, and just no. Please understand that this current iteration of the Democratic Party, they haven't given me a penny, period, full stop. Because this is not about a political identity. It's beyond really a political ideology. It's about humanity. It is a choice between humanity and inhumanity. And inhumanity is seeing 42 million people, 20 million children, 10 million adults 50 and over, virtually half of the retired veterans not receive SNAP benefits. Not to mention the tens of millions. It's been estimated as many as 20 million people will lose their health insurance through Medicaid. Oh, by the way, 40% of every child born in America, that birth is paid for by some form of Medicaid. 40% of every child born in this country, that birth is paid for by some form of Medicaid. Not to mention the millions, the elderly, the seniors that's in nursing homes that will get kicked out of nursing homes, or the nursing homes will close. The seniors that receive in-home health care, or just in-home care, a housekeeper, somebody to come over and cook meals and clean their house and escort them to the doctor, maybe go grocery shopping, things like that, go check their mail, maybe walk with them so they can get daily exercise, not to mention the doctors and the physical therapists and those who receive things like, who depend on the wheelchair that they use that's paid for through Medicaid, or maybe they receive oxygen, not to mention their medicine and all that. So these tens of millions of people that's going to lose health insurance through Medicaid and Medicare, health insurance for seniors, or those 65 and up, because I guess they got to kind of redefine what a senior is, because like 60, 65 is like the new 50 now. But anyway, I digress. And the millions of people that's going to lose the subsidies or financial assistance they receive so they can afford to pay for their health insurance through the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare. Premiums tripling, quadrupling. People who paid $8,000 for health insurance in 2025 have been notified that their health insurance, the subsidies that is about to be taken away, that money's about to be taken away from Obamacare. So if you have Obamacare and the financial assistance or subsidies that kept your health insurance affordable, hence the name, the Affordable Care Act, is going to be the Unaffordable Care Act, because that money is going to billionaires. So you paid $8,000. Your part that you had to pay out of pocket was $8,000 a year for Obamacare. Well, now that's going up to $24,000 a year. Maybe you paid $250, $300 a month for Obamacare for your health premium. That was taken out of your check. Well, guess what? So every month, to keep health insurance through the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, when you were paying $250, $300 a month, maybe for your family plan, well, that's now going up to $1,000 a month. So why is the government shut down? Because the Maga cult and Orange Hitler, they want to take that money and give it to billionaires. They want to take the over $1 trillion that covers all the health care costs, Obamacare subsidies, Medicaid, Medicare, and SNAP benefits, and give that money, over $1 trillion, $1 trillion away from health insurance for Americans, and give over $1 trillion to billionaires. Oh, and by the way, to give, outside of the $1 trillion that they're taking from health insurance to give to the billionaires, they also are coming up with $40 billion. $40 billion to give to Argentina. Don't even ask me why. So you're going to take away food assistance from, 50 and up. Many elderly seniors depend on their SNAP benefits. The children, the 20 million children in America, that's a lot of children. And that's going to be a lot of you MAGA cult members, yes. A lot of you who identify as white Americans, I'm a MAGA, I'll make America great again. And you're living in some of the poorest states, Kentucky and Alabama and Louisiana and West Virginia, in pockets of poverty in South Carolina, parts of Georgia, parts of Florida, all over, you name Arkansas. I can go Oklahoma, Texas, Missouri, I could go Iowa, Montana, all across America. There's going to be millions of you MAGA cult members that's about to really find out. You effed around and now you're about to find out, because you're going to lose your health insurance. And for those who maybe have health insurance that don't have Obamacare, well, my job, well, I've got insurance through my job. Well, guess what? Your health insurance cost is going up too, partner. So your man Elon Musk can get more money, can get a bigger tax break. Even though every day Elon Musk receives $8 billion in subsidies, or he has government contracts with the United States of America. So that means that the government contracts that he has, and that money comes from you and me, taxpayers. You got FICA on your pay stub? Well, some of that money's going to Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg, on top of the $1 trillion that he wants to take from health insurance to give to Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. Like they need more money. But you don't need health care. Your grandparents, your mom, your dad, your children, they don't need health insurance. They don't need Medicaid. They don't need Medicare. They don't need food assistance. But Argentina needs $40 billion. You can give Argentina $40 billion. But you claim there's no money for SNAP benefits. And that people have to lose Medicaid and Medicare. And basically lose health insurance through Obamacare because they can't afford it anymore. Because their premiums have tripled, quadrupled. If you're lucky, it only doubled. But now it went from the Affordable Care Act to the Unaffordable Care Act. The unaffordable, we don't give a care about your ass. We don't care about poor and working class people. Yes, including you poor and working class MAGA hat wearing cult followers. These billionaires don't give a shit about you. Please understand that. But they have brainwashed you with bigotry and hatred and racism and misogyny and homophobia and transphobia and worrying about, what women do with their bodies. So don't tell me you are pro-life. You fake Christians with this racist remix version of religious extremism and hate and you tried to slap a label on this remixed racist religious ideology that you worship and try to put a label on it and claim and call it white Christian nationalism. No, it had nothing to do with Christianity. None of the tenets. None of the tenets. There's nowhere in even your racist remixed Bible that Jesus preached hate. Now, maybe you all snatched out the gospel of Matthew out of your Bible that talked about welcoming the stranger, the immigrant, and helping the poor and the sick, those who are in prison, the leper, the scorned woman, prostitute, the whore, all of those people that Jesus welcomed. That Christianity, and you claim to worship Jesus, but apparently you didn't read your Bible, because Jesus never said worship him. He said follow my teachings. And nowhere does Jesus never talked about homosexuality. No. Read your Bible and show me the quote where Jesus. Now understand that these racist remixed versions of Christianity and these racist remixed, re-edited Bibles that some of you all have. Well, God says this, and homosexuality is, well, in this remixed King James version of this American Christian Bible that has been used for centuries to support and uphold and justify slavery, murder, rape, human trafficking of Africans to America, and misogyny and sexism. So miss me with that. Miss me with this remixed racist version of religious extremism and hate. Okay? Just because you slap a label on a bottle and call it Christianity, don't mean what's inside is Christianity. It can be hate, evil, and bullshit, but y'all just put a label on the front of the bottle. It's, oh, see, this is Christianity. Look, read the label. No, you put that label on there. But what's inside that bottle has nothing to do with Jesus' teachings. So don't tell me that you are pro-life, but you're going to take away food assistance. You're going to take away the financial support for 20 million children to eat. So you're going to take the food out of the mouths of 20 million children and 10 million people 50 and over. So millions of elderly and seniors, but 20 million children. You about to take food out of their mouth. So don't tell me that you are pro-life. And how can you be pro-life when you are taking away health insurance, medical coverage, so many sick children who depend on Medicaid to stay alive? So miss me with the, you are not pro-life. You are pro-controlling a woman's body because you racist, fearful MAGA cult members are concerned because, oh, there are not enough white babies being born. Well, maybe if life was affordable and they didn't have to pay so much for health insurance, and if they could make a real living wage and join a union, and child care wasn't so much, and the cost of living and the cost of groceries and everything else wasn't skyrocketing because of these tariffs, these taxes, because let's call tariff what it is, a tax. The taxes that millions of Americans are paying, and then now all these farmers with soybean farms, the ones that are not these big corporate farms, they are going out of business or facing the threat of going out of business. And you were talking about, well, we're going to give American farmers some money, but somehow that money is going to Argentina, $40 billion. But miss me, for you fake Christians, miss me with the, you are pro-life. No, bullshit. Because if you were pro-life, you wouldn't support the racism and the hatred and people being snatched off the street. You wouldn't even support random boats being bombed in the Atlantic Ocean. And miss me with those are drug traffickers. Do you believe anything that this cult and cult leader says? How do you know when Orange Hitler and the Maga cult is lying? If they are breathing, they're lying. If that exhale is about to be a lie. As a matter of fact, the inhale and the exhale is a lie. So I'm calling out all these, I'm pro-life and life is the sanctity of life and that a woman shouldn't get, and at the moment of conception, it's a baby, and if you abort the baby, you could get the death penalty. Shut the fuck up. Because you're not pro-life. Because you can't try to claim that you were so pro-life that once the life gets here, you don't give a shit about the life. You don't want the life to have food. You don't want the life to have medical care. You don't want the life to be able to have a family that can afford to live in a decent neighborhood. You don't want the life to be able to go to a good and decent school. So shut up. Stop talking. And just be a man about it. And stand on business. Now, some of y'all have been standing on business with your racism and hatred, but not really, because you've been doing it, in tweets, and didn't think anybody would get a hold of your tweets and, calling black people, watermelon people and saying black folks don't do this and calling them the N-word and all that. And that, this has been glorifying and celebrating rape of women. But no, stand on business, as the kids say. Just get in front of the camp, own it. Don't be afraid. At least Charlie, well, at least to a degree, Charlie Kirk was, because he was doing his podcast, so he would stand on business. He was open with his racism and bigotry and hatred and misogyny. Well, if I got on a plane and I saw a black pilot, the first thing I would be like, is he qualified? That goes to show you how dumb he was. Dumbass. Because if you had any self-awareness about this country that was rooted and built on the foundation of racism, and not just racism, but genocide. So you could say, well, the founders, and they didn't want to worship a king, so the Europeans came to America, fought the Revolutionary War because they wanted to get away from a king, and they didn't want to be a monarch and a dictator, and they didn't want to be taxed without representation. But now you're good with it. And the original Constitution, even though later they had the Declaration of Independence and all that, but the original Constitution that said the only people who could vote were wealthy white male landowners, and said that Africans were 3/5 human, and women were never mentioned in that original Constitution. So, we gotta say what it is, just call it what it is, or how it started off, and own it. It's just a fact. You can get mad if you want. Well, no. Because your version of America doesn't include people that look like me. To all the racist MAGA cult members, especially the ones that are the religious zealots that have remixed and refined the racism with the religion. The Russell Volts, who's the head of office and budget, so he's like the evil hand helping. Well, let's cut this program, because Orange Hitler don't know his ass from a hole in the ground. His adult brain, and then Stephen Miller, the anti-Semitic, racist, anti-black, anti-everything, Jewish man. Wow. Stephen Miller. I don't know your parents, but can they be proud? Did they raise you to be that way? With your ancestors' background, knowing the pain of what hate can do and how it affected your ancestors, and now here you are practicing, you are the cheerleader. You are at the front of the line. You like the lead cheerleader with the horns and the pom-pom, leading all this anti-blackness, all this racism and hatred and bigotry and misogyny and sexism. All right. So, thank you for letting me be a part of your life. This is to be continued. But I just wanted to put you up on game, as the kids say. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Why is the government not open? Because your orange lord and savior, Donald Trump, who you all call your orange Jesus Christ, and the Maga cult members, the Mike Johnsons, the Speaker of the House, and they all went to kiss the ring and kiss his orange ass at the White House. These chickens are coming home to roost. Because when your Maga cult members that you brainwash with this racism and bigotry and bullshit and misogyny and sexism and hatred, let them stomachs start growling. Let the parents or the grandparents miss enough meals. Let their kids go hungry for enough nights. It's gonna hit different. Stop with the lie. Be a man about it. The Democrats the Democrats don't need to do a damn thing, because the MAGA cult, the MAGA orange cult controls the White House, tearing down the White House to build a ballroom. They say that, that money, the billionaires gave me money. So that's the trade-off. So they gave you hundreds of millions of dollars to build this new big ballroom. So that's where you got to give them their money back. I figured it out in real time. So that's why you got this over $1 trillion in tax cuts that you want to give to the billionaires, because you got to give them some of their money back, because they gave you this money to build this ballroom. I'm with you. I got you. I figured it out, everybody. Oh, more of this tomorrow. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live, Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. It is must-see TV. It's a must-see monologue every night. Fire. Simply the best. The baddest and the best right here. And I say that with all humility and modesty. Right. The Geno Jones Show, brought to you by Courtney Johnson, Kojo, LLC.com. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Carolinas, South Carolina, North Carolina, give Courtney a call. Tell her you were watching the Geno Jones Show. You can reach out to her, 843 area code 543-4022, 843 area code 543-4022. Or you can go to her website, KojoLLC.com. That's C-O-J-O, Kojo, LLC.com. And if you would like to be a sponsor or advertise on the Geno Jones Show, I would be honored. Your financial support is so needed. It is so important that we support Black-owned media, where we can tell the truth and shame the devil, and speak truth to power, and give it to you straight, and eliminate the bullshit and the lies and the disinformation and the manipulation. Tell the truth, shame the devil. It is that simple. Tell the truth and shame Satan. That's what we do right here. All right, Monday through Friday. So tell everybody to subscribe to the channel. But if you'd like to support the show financially, you can do that. No amount is too small or too large. You can support the show with your financial support or gift. You can use Zelle. Type in my email address, Geno Jones Show. That's how you spell Geno Jones Show. You see it behind me. Geno Jones Show at Gmail, all one word. Or Cash App, you can use $Dad G Jones. That's all one word. $, capital D, lowercase a d, capital G, capital J, lowercase ONES, $Dad G Jones. Please click on the thumbs up. Please like this and every episode is so important. That also helps becoming a YouTube partner. I'm about 55 new subscribers. That means that monthly YouTube will monetize my media company and this channel. Once again, it's so important that we support Black-owned media, all of our Black-owned institutions, especially Black-owned media, so you can get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Tell the truth, shame the devil. So please, your support is greatly appreciated and needed. Well, we thank Courtney Johnson and Kojo LLC and some of our other sponsors, but we have to continue, we have to grow and to support so we can grow the show and grow the media company. And so we can be here for you to tell the truth and shame the devil. So thank you in advance. Note once again, no amount is too large or too small. But be sure to leave your comments in the comment section. Click on the like. Please don't forget and tell everybody to give me the thumbs up, to show the thumbs up. Click the thumbs up and leave your comments. Whatever your comments are, leave your comments below in the comment section. And when the show is live, also, you can always join the conversation in my chat room live. All right, let me get out of here. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. He's the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. You can check him out, KELBECUTTINUP, Kel B Cutting Up. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check her and her Lexi Jones collection out on Instagram, on IGLX, just like Markel is on Instagram or IG. Lexi Jones, LX.NCL_. That's Miss Allie Jones, Miss Alexandria Jones. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you live Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central, 4:30 p.m. out on the West Coast.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.